Hi everyone, and welcome to the second part of our interaction with Shauna, learning from her brilliance. And welcome you guys, Tony and Marianne. It's so nice to see you both here. It's a very small group, but that's good. We want to keep it intimate so we can have a good discussion.
Yes.
So Shauna, you have written 2 books this year. Did you guys know that? 2 books this year. The first book is The Answer to All Your Desire is Within You. You Are Worthy. I love that title. It gives me goosebumps. It literally gives me goosebumps. And the other one is Be Yourself with Confidence. Walk in, Joyful Freedom Method, Transform Painful Experiences into Positive Experiences. That's a long title, but it's really, really good.
Yeah, it's all about being you. So that's the main part of that, really, is being yourself, confidence, and not trying to please other people. Many people get into the space of people pleasing, and it takes them, that's another thing that takes you away from you and on a little downward spiral into a space that doesn't belong to you, because you're doing stuff for other people and therefore taking on other people's stuff. So in being you, you simply do what is required, the best that you can in each moment of now, and make your life as you want it from that. The moment, the now moment, is so powerful, and what you do in each moment makes your life experience as you go forward. And combined with visualization of the outcome and really the being of it and touching those things that you want in your life and really feeling you have them, that is what makes everything possible, manifestation of everything you desire possible.
So how can we be in the moment of now? Because it's so easy to get lost.
It is easy to get lost. I mean, it's no one's immune to it. Even I have moments when I get lost and go through little periods of melting down and not. But it's all part of the learning experience. It's all part of what you have to travel through to gain the higher vibration. Without going through these things, you can't clear your vessel to its purity. So you do need these negative experiences, if you like. Nothing's really negative because you can always transform it into something positive. But to be in the now is to just be responsive to each moment and not get involved in story of past or worries of the future, because you can't change the past, and it's what you do now that makes your future anyway. So worrying about it isn't going to make it wonderful, but just being in the moment is what makes life magical, because each moment is powerful. And again, it's how you deal with thoughts and things that come in to your mind in each moment as well, because if you get a past thing popping in, you have a choice. Everything is a choice. You can either go with that thought and go with the vibration of that thought, or you can consciously clear it away, push it back out, blow it back out, transform it into something positive, and make it powerful in the now. If it's something that was negative, or you consider it to be negative rather, you can make it a loving, powerful thing by okay, acknowledging it. Thank you for being present with me. And now I let you go. And let it out with a divine, loving vibration. It has to be from your most divine space when you do these things.
So it's very important to be aware.
Yes.
To be aware of your thoughts and kind of keep track of them and what you are feeling.
Yes, yes. And respond to it accordingly, because remembering that each of us is a sovereign divine being, as I said before, whether from this galactic space or another galactic space, we're all sovereign beings having human experience. And we're all of us, whether we realize it or not, are working towards a higher vibration and are moving towards a higher vibration. 3D to the 5D. So how we respond in any given moment makes that vibration possible within us. I mean, there are people that are so pure and so close to that vibration they can become invisible in your sight because their vibration's so high that they literally become invisible, or parts of them become invisible.
I've read about that. When you reach a higher vibration, people literally disappear from your life because they are not in your vibration, so you don't see them. It's like there's a shield or a veil or something in between.
Yeah, I mean, whilst we're visible, I mean, I know there's some very pure souls out there, and you know, and I know even being in their presence, they can literally have invisible hands, or their legs can disappear while she's speaking to them or whatever. It's because they go into the 5D vibration. I mean, whilst we're teaching and talking and mentoring, we're always in the 3D space of the human aspect and the 4D space as well. But when we're totally in our purity, that totalness of it, we are literally 5D and therefore invisible. We move beyond the human eye responses. And that's why even I've sat in a cafe and gone hi to somebody I know walking past me and they've not even seen me. And start going hi, you know.
Pretend you don't see her. Pretend.
You know, but that's just me. When I'm just a very kind of, I'm a joy bubble. So
I've actually had that kind of experience once, and it was crazy. I'm not sure if I can tell this on this recording because no, I can't do that. But okay, I was peeing behind a shed kind of thing. I was out walking and I had to pee, so I peed behind a shed. And when I sat there, I could hear a car coming. And I was like, what the hell? So the car came up, parked next to the shed, and I could hear people go out. And I was like, oh my God. So I was like, okay, I just have to step out from this shed and just like, hi, just had to pee. Sorry, you know, it was just a shed. It was nothing. So I was like, okay, embarrassing. So I stepped out and I was like, hi. And they didn't see me. And I was like nodding and, you know, hi. And they would just continued. It was like nothing. So weird. So weird.
it is, yeah. But it's also fun too. when you can raise your vibrations so high that you
Yeah. I was visiting a friend and he has a huge high vibration. So maybe he rubbed something off on me that weekend. I don't know. It was really weird. I told him about it and we just laughed. And he was like, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Really interesting. So
Yeah.
what can we do to raise our vibration?
Well, it's basically
We need to clear negative stuff within.
to clear your vessel. Yes. To its pure space. And that's kind of emptying the stories, emptying the garbage out of it, turning the bin upside down, if you like, and emptying everything out. And simply just recognizing that everything that comes up isn't something to be run away with and get into a whole scenario around it. Things that come up for us are simply there for us to acknowledge and say, okay, thank you, I let you go, and allow them to leave. And if you're in a situation, you find a kind of old reaction because it's not something that's normal to you anymore, and you suddenly feel that, that feeling coming up or something, and you can say, okay, I see you, I acknowledge you, but I don't need you now. And again, letting it go. And you can do it, if you need to do it consciously, then just blow it away. The breath is the most powerful tool that we have. Everything that we need for ourselves and our journey is naturally given to us. There are tools and things we learn and what have you, but everything that we actually need for ourselves is given to us.
Yeah.
As part of us.
It only takes one breath and you can be in the now. If you just be aware of one breath. And I know John Ashraf from Neurogym, he says, if you can take 6 breaths in and out really slowly, you have changed your mindset from whatever state you were in, whatever negative state you were in. Just 6 breaths, and that's all it takes.
And once you've got to a really pure space, it can be done in an instant, within 7 seconds, in one breath. The higher your vibration, the quicker you overcome, and the mastership you have over experiences in your life. And it's like, say, somebody kind of really says something insulting or something from whatever, for no reason. And it's not expected, and it's like, whoa, and you turn and go, because you want to run for the hills or whatever, but instead you can just simply, and in that one breath, let that out, and then turn back with a smile. And just be the joy that you are. I mean, as I said before, I personally have popped in this time to remind people of the highest vibration of joy, and it does make me quite difficult for some people to handle because of that, because I always am very kind of boop. I'm always, the joy bubble, the champagne bottle that wants to pop the cork off and go beep. Kind of vibration, and all through my life I've had a lot of experiences where that has been not so misunderstood, or it's just been too much joy for people to handle at one time. It's like when I first went to school, My mum dropped me off and I ran in with glee. Most people would go, "Mommy!" And I was like, "Yay, where am I going to go?" And I went in there, and was just kind of, people didn't get that level of joy, and they kind of turned and walked away from me. And I was like, "Oh, what's that about then?" You know, I just thought everyone was like me, and I discovered very quickly that they weren't like me, and it's been kind of a big part of my life, the misunderstanding of my joy and how I express myself.
Yeah.
And to overcome that and still be that space has at times been hard. As I said earlier, I have lost myself through my experiences and even been suicidal, but I have come back from that and rediscovered myself. So it's anything and everything is possible if you choose to accept that. Everything is what you choose it to be. You can either choose to transform these negative experiences and learn from them and move forward from them and help others to overcome theirs through your example, or you can get lost in them and get on that downward spiral that I was speaking about and get into the depression because you push yourself away so much that you don't recognize yourself anymore, kind of thing.
It basically means that you are pressing down your feelings.
Yeah.
You're pressing down yourself.
You're pressing down yourself, yeah. You're not acknowledging the truth of you. It's all about being true to yourself. If you're not true to yourself, then, well, how can you expect others to be true to you? If you're not loving yourself, how can you expect others to love you fully? You know? So everything is representative. And it's all about you, where you're at, and how you are clearing and helping yourself to become that person that you so deserve and are worthy of being. Because as you work, as you clear, as you visualize and see that dream, you manifest it by through your care of self. You know, if you get lost at any moment, or appear to be lost at any moment, it's because it's just a learning moment. It's a moment that you can take forward with you to help others with that experience. It's something that you're part of your journey in helping others ultimately. It's your lesson, your transformation to take forward. So yeah, it's all about you and how you help you first and foremost.
Love myself first and take care of myself first.
Yeah.
And that's not easy when you are being brought up as a woman to take care of other people and think of other people first. It's really tricky. And it took me a long time before I could really do something for me without feeling guilty.
Yeah, and obviously sometimes you have to care for others if they're unwell or anything. Obviously, you do have to step up and care for others in that respect. But yeah, many of us get into the cycle of the story of our parents and their parents and stuff, and we pick up the loop patterns that they create for us, and we get conditioned into how to respond to things, to what we observe from them. But as you do make the choice to help you and clear yourself out, you're changing that DNA imprint of the cycle. So as you take responsibility for yourself, you're changing the whole DNA cycle that's been there since whenever, and making it something.
It ends with me.
It ends with you. Yeah, the
Really
book passing ends with me. That's what I said. We all have a thing about denial and passing the book, or it's their responsibility or whatever. But yeah, the book stops with me or any of us, and we work with that and clear everything. And we clear everything out.
My eldest one.
Oh, picture of love in the corner there.
Vill du ha din?
Lovely.
Så jag behöver den inte för jag ska ju. Men du kan ju lägga in den.
Like, this is going on YouTube, and she's like, oh. Yeah, I'm very fortunate.
Yes.
She can still hold my hand when we go out, and she's 22. She's never stopped. She's never stopped. Not like the other ones. They're like, Mommy, Mommy, no.
Yeah, it's where we are in our highest vibration, and everybody is different, and everybody has their own innate talent and gift that they're here to share and help people to discover. And it all comes with working with, as I said, with yourself. And what you clear from you help others to clear. And what you learn, you pass on to others. And it's all about teaching by example and becoming the mentor for others through your experience of growth and rediscovery, I'm going to say, because we all come from a very divine space. It's whether we remember it or whether we need to rediscover it. And that's, as I said, we're all divine and we're all sovereign beings, whether we're from this space or another space. We all have our own beautiful talents that we're here to share, and they don't belong to anybody else. And that's why there's no competition, there's no pedestals, there's no she's better than me or I'm better than her, how dare she get that job, I want it, or whatever it is. That's not real. That's nonsense.
It's so interesting because we are all so divine, we are all so unique. There's no one else like me, not even twins are the same. And then we are all connected. We are all one.
Yeah, energetically we are. Yeah, energetically we are. And that's why we are in a very collective consciousness. And that's why when big events happen to in spaces, the effects ripple through the whole earthly space one way or another, either through whether you've been in exact, contact with it, or whether you're part of the ripple effect of it through emotion disturbance or how things flow for the moment through it. Everything and everyone is connected, and that's another important aspect of clearing your vessel and working on your vessel, because as you clear yourself, you're also clearing that thing that you cleared from you from everybody else. And you're naturally raising the vibration of everybody, whether it's realized or not. That's what's going on. So through the conscious work of self, on the energetic level, you're actually working with everyone.
Yeah, because we do have an impact on other people. I mean, you can come into a room and you can sense what kind of mood people are in, or if you're welcome or not. You can feel that, and you can pick up on someone that you're interacting with. So of course they pick up from me what I send out and what I give out, even if I'm not conscious about, you know, what I'm giving. Yeah. So yeah, that was really good. Yeah. So when I clear stuff within me, I'm also releasing other people from that energy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when something is tremendously hurtful to you that you're working with. It's been a real kind of, say, hook in the heart, if you like. It's like a little punch or whatever, and it's really felt. And you're working with that and clearing that. You're making huge transformations in the ether as you do that. And it's how fast, obviously, the more of a master you are, the faster you get into action when these things happen. And initially, if we're not in the master space and we get the punch in the heart, we can kind of get lost in the bloody person did that to me, blah, 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 type of stuff. And we can get lost in this kind of space, and it's the injustice of it. It's things that only hurt you that way when they're so out of the zone of you. But it's the realization that it's actually their pain projected. And it's not actually to do with you, but you've got that you've got to act fast before it becomes part of you when those things happen. And that's where the you know you're on master level, because if you can have that experience, that real punch in the heart space, and just kind of go, and then right, I've got to work with this, clear this, and clear it from me, and it will transform it into love. It stops here. This exact response stops with me, and you clear it, and you begin to clear it straight away, as fast as that. Then it doesn't get into your system. But if you do get onto that, going, that person's done this, and they've said this, and they've done that, and blah, 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 and you keep going on that train, it becomes part of your energy field. It becomes part of your ether, and it does become part of you, and it's when it's not of you. So the faster you can get into action in these instances and take that powerful breath and begin the clearing process of it, the faster you transform it, and it has no effect upon you whatsoever, and you've cleared it from you and the person and the ether in general, so it can't go to anyone else either.
What about old memories and old patterns that you have, old thought patterns, old emotional patterns that you carry with you? Do you do breathing also? It's the ether working with you. But yeah, if it's a story from your past that comes up, it's the process that I said before. It's kind of like, yeah, I see you, I acknowledge you, thank you for showing yourself to me, but I don't need you anymore. And then work with it that way and clear it that way. It's about taking responsibility for what's happened to you, and it's about
taking responsibility for the repair of self and not getting lost in that space when it's that everything is popping up to be cleared and to leave. It's not popping up as to dwell on it. Anything that comes up in the current time is coming up to leave. So you just need to acknowledge it, say, yes, I've learned from you what I need to learn from you. Time to go. Bye for now. You know, it's just, it's the process of emptying the rubbish bin. That's basically what we're talking about. Yeah.
I have a question, Shona.
Okay.
So when you reinforce, say back to what you were saying before, and you seep into those negative things, and you reinforce the story, and reinforced it, and reinforced it, and reinforced it.
Yeah.
Is it your opinion that it's just as easy to clear it when you say, I'm done with that, and take a breath and working on all those things? But is it just as easy to clear, or when it really becomes a thickness in your energy field or karma, or however you want to look at it, that you've spent a good chunk of time reinforcing a particular pattern?
Yeah.
It's easy to go ahead and clear all that if you want it to be that easy?
If it's something that you've been strongly reinforcing, it obviously has become part of your etheric field. Like I was saying, if you're constantly going over it and allowing it to engulf you, it's part of your field to take about. And so it's kind of, it's the same process, but and you can clear it. As I say, the higher your vibration becomes, the quicker you clear stuff. Initially, it takes time, and it takes patience, and it takes you to sit with you and connect with you on a conscious level, on your most divine level, hand on heart, and say, I love you. Yeah, I love you. And when I say that, our highest vibration is the vibration of Source, it's the vibration of God, and that's where we are connected energetically. So when we are in our highest self and we are in full connection with the self, our vibration naturally goes to a higher space. It goes to a purer space naturally. You can literally just put your hand on your heart and say, well, as I'm me, I say, I love you, Jenna. I love you. What is my next right step? And that's the way you go forward in your life in these instances. You get to a space of total purity, pure space of you, and you say, what is my next right step? And you know, this might not be anything magical, particularly. It might be get a cup of coffee, whatever pops in that space is true for you. And it's in clearing yourself enough that you can actually get to that connection, to that joy, which is the combination of peace, love, and courage, culminating in the joy, the highest vibration, which is what I can bring people and remind people of. All the time, you are in that space where you can literally just do what I did. You can just put your hand on your heart and say, I love you.
I used to say that I forgive me. I used to say that for a period of time after I had, you know, failed my marriage, kind of, that I forgave myself. And I think that's very important. Tell yourself that I forgive you. I forgive you. At the time, you thought this was, you know, the best thing ever, but you were wrong. But I forgive you for that, and it's good, because then you can allow yourself to love yourself more. Yeah,
it's all about, as I said, taking responsibility, and as we mentioned earlier today, it's all about, you know, forgiving and loving, and it's like we're saying, you know, I am sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. Those are the most powerful statements that we have, and say those in regards to a situation, or even yourself, or another person that you're in conflict with. If you're in the ether and they're with you in the ether, you can say it to them and mean it also. Nothing is about, this is where we've got lost in a place of separation, if you like, even though, yes, we know we're in a collective, we know we're all of source, of God, and whether we're from this galactic space or another galactic space. We have got into this place of separation, and we think we have to send love out, and we have to send this. You don't send anything anywhere, because everybody is with you anyway. And every time you connect with your joy and you smile, you connect with me, because that's who I am. And it's there all the time, you know. So when we have these things that pop up that take us away from that are floating about in the ether, then when we're in that space of that pure space that I was talking about before, it's simple to just kind of go, you're not part of my joy, you're not part of my divine space, my space, so you're not welcome here. Go, bye. You know, you're not wanted in the space anymore. You're transforming you to the love that I feel here, into what I'm sharing with everyone in my most divine space. And I transform you into that. It's a conscious thing, and you can do it with anything and everything that happens in your life, relationships. Everything is a relationship. You kind of take charge. I'm in charge now. I don't want these thoughts in my head. You are not allowed here. You need to go. Yeah, you make the choice to live rather than survive. You take charge of your life. Life isn't in charge of you. You're in charge of your life and your experiences. You know? So you can make anything happen the way you want it to. You know, you're not I don't know what the word I'm looking for, because it's not obviously not part of my vibration, but you're not there to be the I don't know, that dog to negativity. These words don't come easily to me because I'm not in a space of them. And this is what I was saying before as well. Quite often the words escape me because my vibration is so high when I'm in my highest space that words just aren't there for me. So I just radiate instead. Just smile or go, oh. Well,
that's really good. It's really good. I really enjoy this. I feel like I'm a sponge. I'm like, yes, tell me more. Tell me more. What can I do? What can I do? And I really like this. I'm definitely going to take more charge of my thoughts and my life now. And just like, nope, nope. Just like I do with people that I don't want in my life because I feel they are draining me or just so negative or just, oh, I can't be bothered to listen to. Oh, it's not good. I don't want that.
Yeah, yeah. So we're each in our own sovereign space, and we're each responsible for how life goes. And if someone's not in that same vibration or on the same journey and they drop off, then that's okay. It doesn't mean that you won't see them ever again. They may one day just suddenly rise up and be that sovereign being inside and reappear back in your life because the vibration matches you again. It doesn't mean that somebody's kind of gone for forever if they disappear, but at the same time there needs to be care of self. So it's about space holding and waiting for the person to remember and step up to your vibration. It's not about you going down to them. We're in a space where we're raising vibration, we're going upwards. So if somebody kind of gets lost in a spiral of downwards, then they sometimes drop off for a bit. They have a big meltdown moment. They drop off for a moment, for a time. But it doesn't mean that they won't come back when they've reconnected or rediscovered the higher vibration. And if they don't rediscover the higher vibration, that's fine. They're just where they are. But there's no need to hold anything around it. It's about, as I said, during the forgiveness thing, regardless of how a person responds in a given moment, every person is sovereign, and therefore every person in a soul level is a beautiful being, and every person on a soul level means no one any harm whatsoever. We're just love bubbles moving about in the reality of things. So if anybody gets lost from that, and in that moment it can be, sad, it can be even traumatic and stressful at the core, depending on how it's done. But at the same time, their soul is still pure, no matter what the human response is being. And that's where we connect with each other, through the soul, not through how we are as humans. And that's why the recognition of the fact that we are sovereign beings having human experience is so important, because it means you can never get lost in those lower vibrations anymore. You can only assist in raising people to our vibration because we know who we are and we've claimed who we are, and we're not hiding anymore. And we're just being true to ourselves, we're seeking truth in others, and we're just giving love and joy in our highest vibration. And that's the truth of it.
You were mentioning other galaxies,
Mm-hmm.
and you talked earlier about walking.
Yes, I'm a walking.
You're a walking. And I know that there might be people listening in who's like, you're walking. What walking closet,
Well, basically, as I said before, we're all sovereign beings, whether we're from this galactic space or other galactic spaces. Walking generally are beings that pop in for point in time from another galactic space. And they can pop in from birth, which is what I did, or they can pop in through something like a near-death experience, through a part life or something. But they pop in at whatever time they arrive for specific purposes. And at this point in time, there's a lot of walk-ins, because the moment is now. It's a significant moment of change, of the vibrations of the planet and where we are in ourselves. And basically, humanity has got lost and got into that space of feeling that they are separate from each other, and that feeling of being humans with a soul rather than the reality of the soul coming to play in a space of restriction. That's basically what we are in reality. That's the truth of it. And we've twisted it around, and we've created things to hinder our abilities to see who we are. For example, chakras don't exist. They're creation to keep us thinking smaller than we are. We are just one energy. There's no little spirals of energy going through that we have to keep playing. We are one energy. And we just work to our most pure space in the way that I've described, really.
I don't have to clear my chakras every morning.
No, it's not about clearing the chakras, it's about clearing your vessel. Just this. Clearing this.
That's what it's basically.
Chakras are irrelevant. Yeah, it's just literally, and you know, as I said, everything is a relationship. As I said, it's not just about relationships with people. Obviously, there's another divine being that chooses to watch your back and you choose to watch theirs, and that's wonderful. But relationships exist with everything, you know, and how you manifest and how things are in your life is how your relationship is. So if you have a poor relationship with money, for example, and you think it's something you have to work hard for and blah, 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 so you've always kind of have not as much as you would like, then you need to work with that. Work, like I said, you can say, I love you, and you know, work with that. You can do that with money. It's getting to a space where you actually have a relationship where you can say, I love you, money. And everything is a relationship. And if you feel tight in the body at any moment when you're saying something, like if you say, I love money, and your stomach goes like that, then that's not true for you at this time. And you need to find ways to make it true for you. I mean, I started, you know, you could just, you know, the other song, money, 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 you know, just start getting the joy vibration around the word, and then develop it to a point where you can say, I love you, money, and mean it. It's all how you perceive and work with yourself. Everything, as I say, everything is a relationship, and it will always be as good or not as you choose to make it through your response to it and how you work with that response to it. And that's why in our highest vibration, we're very humble beings. We're very graceful and work from the highest vibration of humility. Because we're servants of God or Source, and as I say, our highest vibration is that. It's who we are. So to be in that space is the best thing of all. And to be able to move forward in that space is the best thing of all. And, you know, in that space of that humility, you can actually, as servants of course and God, we kind of always humble gratitude. And that's why we are in humble gratitude. And that's why when we wake up in the morning, it's like, thank you. Because God, source energy that's in the core of us, has allowed us to wake up today. Thank you. What's my next right step?
That's a really good question. It's a very good question. I asked myself that this morning, actually. Yeah, it's really good. What is my next step? What do I need to learn today?
Yeah.
And it's been a really good day. A really good day.
I know if you could see that. Well, my camera is.
What's your next
Best move?
My next best move?
I wrote that, months ago. I was just doodling.
Ooh, there you are, you see.
So there you go. Thanks for the reminder, Shona.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So basically what we need to do then is become aware of our thoughts, guard them a bit to see what we're thinking about. How much is really old and how much, what serves us?
Moment to moment. I mean, it doesn't even matter if it's old or if it's something you picked up today. It's how you are moment to moment and being willing to clear it, whatever it is that's popped in.
And also listen to the body to see what kind of feelings do I have.
Yes, listen with love to your body's messages. If there is ever any level of tightness in the body around anything that you're saying or doing, it's not right for you, or there's something that you need to clear to make it possible.
Yeah, I love that. Listen with love, because most of us are really so hard on ourselves. We are the worst judges. No one will ever judge us the way we judge ourselves. And that's really horrible.
And that's the importance of connecting with the highest vibration of you, because in that space there is no judgment, there is only love, there is only joy.
Yes. And we all have different ways of connecting, but what would you recommend? What works best for you?
What works best for me? Well, like I did it as we were talking. When I'm, it's very easy for me because I can get into my human space. I can do it in front of you now. I can get into my human space, get really loud and disconnect from myself and go blah, 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 blah. And then I can just say, right, I'm going into my heart space now. And as I do that, I see myself coming in and I feel the peace of that. And I go straight into that higher vibration and my voice goes softer and I can say, I love you. But it's as easy as that for me. When it's
we're in that space where we're feeling the tightness in our body, if we just begin a practice like you described and just in that moment, it might be a little 4-step first for us because we're not as used to it as you have come with that practice. Is that what you're suggesting? So I'm in a moment. I got tightness in my body. I feel it. I got that old stuff coming up. You're saying to
first of all, you stop and ask, is it yours? Does this belong to me? And if the answer is no, then you can literally just go, right, if you're not mine, bye. If it is yours and it does belong to you or something that's going on in your life, then it can be as simple as what I've just done, but it depends how deep it is and how long and how persistent that it's been in the person. Sometimes if it's become part of who you are because you've mulled it over and dwelled on it, it will take a bit of time and patience. But yeah, it's all about connecting with what it is, acknowledging it, breathing it into the heart space and transforming it, whatever it is, into a loving vibration. And breathing it out however you see it, whether you see it as pink energy, just the word love, or pink arrows going wherever. However you see love would be for you as you breathe it out, and that's what you visualize as you do it. You transform it through that. If it's something like I was saying before, like a fear of something, then more affirmation work can come into it as well. So if it's a deep fear, seated fear about something, and it can take, and you say, whatever it is, I don't feel you anymore, and you feel that going even tighter, and then you say, okay, so I've got to work with this, with vibrations, and it's simply whatever it is, transforming that fear or that relationship or whatever it is into a more positive vibration, and working in the ether with clearing it with them in the ether. It's about clearing the ether of it, of the vibration of that. So when you can, see the whatever it is that it's to do with and feel comfortable, then you know that you've dealt with it enough. And if it's something that it's just an emotion that's there, you can literally just, as I said before, breathe it up into the heart space and transform it there. See it being transformed into a loving vibration, and let it go out there with the person or with the situation, and dissolve the vibrations that are not of the highest. That's good. Does that make sense?
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you, Sheila. That's awesome.
That's what I love doing, actually. I just get into my little joy bubble and think of how many ways can I concoct to help people. Woo! And I am actually, I'm concocting things as we speak, workshops and.
Oh, that's amazing. Anything online that we can participate?
Oh yes, it will be online. It will be
online. So is it going to be like exercises that you do together with people, or?
There will be some of that, but it will just be kind of also just teaching in like what I'm teaching here, but more fine-tuned, if you like.
That's perfect. You have to keep us updated on that. Really interesting. Absolutely. Anything I was thinking, I'm really fascinated about how we are all connected. And I really like what you explained, how when I clear something, I'm clearing for everyone. Because we can take in a lot of feelings. I gave you the example of me and my daughter experiencing the Christmas stress last year, and it wasn't even ours because we don't do that kind of Christmas. And it was so funny when we finished this morning, she came up and I gave her a hug, and I could immediately feel that it was something going on. And I said, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "No, I'm not." And I said, "You feel so tense and not like yourself and really stressed." And she said, "Yeah, and a bit sad." And she said, "Yeah, I do feel that." And I said, "Why?" And she said, "I don't know." So I asked her, "Is it yours?" And she was like, "I don't think it is. So I'm letting it go." She just did. And right then she was back in her normal energy. And I hugged her and I said, "Yeah, that's you. That feels good." But how much can we influence when we clear? I mean, if we look at the state of the world today, there's so much going on everywhere.
There's a reason for the state of the world today. I mean, it's the chaos before the calm, I call it. Rather than the calm before the storm, it's the chaos before the calm. Basically, because we are working so well at clearing, there's so many of us working on raising the vibration. It's making it and bringing it to a space where all the so-called negative stuff, whether it be environmental, whether it be human creations through war, whatever, is coming to a climax, and the negativity is just going to go out and then vanish. Ooh. And the transformation is going to occur. So actually, this chaos before the calm is actually part of the transformation to the higher vibration. And it has to kind of be there. It's the equilibrium, it's the duality of it in front of us. It's something that has to exist so we can see duality fully. And as the thing of the most recent thing, the earthquake in New Zealand, you can either look at it as a complete disaster on a human level. When you look at it, it is a complete disaster, really. But on a higher vibrational level, it's also a space of great transformation. It's bringing people together. Worldwide communities are coming together to assist. It's raising the vibration in the country. It's created employment for people that were unemployed because of the rebuilding. There'll be training involved in it, and it's ultimately it's raised the vibration. It's the dramatic of energy, but the ultimate result will be a transformed higher vibration than it was before. And that's duality. And there's always two ways to look at everything. Yeah. If to have a situation happen with somebody and they've said complete nonsense, something that's just totally alien to you to even experience or read or whatever, and it's like, what the hell is that? You can see it on the human form, and you can allow that hook to enter the heart, and as I say, everything to come in and get in that human space and the spiral of getting involved in it, or you can transform it. You can take that energy and you can go, right, this ends here right now. And you can work with it and transform it into the highest vibration of love. And with that, alter the ether that's around us permanently to a higher vibration where that isn't even in existence there anymore. And that is the constant choices that we have. That is the duality of life here. That's the joy that we chose to experience, even though as humans we can get bogged down with it all. We chose to experience it on soul form in a very joyful, happy space. We came here to experience what it's like to manifest heartfelt desires and callings in a space of restriction. And sometimes even as higher beings we get frustrated because as soul beings we're just used to, right, I want this, there it is, right, I want that, there it is. And all of a sudden we've decided to come here for a game in this human body and we're like, right, I want that, and it's like, and it's not there, and it's like, what? Where is it? And you've got to kind of, and it's like, oh, okay, this is what restriction is about. And I've got to manifest in a different way to make that happen here. Okay, how do I go about that? And that's kind of, well, that's been the story of my life as a walking, because I'm just used to going pop, 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 and seeing stuff, and then I was like this, and it's like, oh, okay, how do I go about that then?
All right, I'm Earth now. Okay, so yeah.
So it's actually part of, it's the game of restriction. That's what this space is. Yeah. It's how to create things and be the most joyful in a space of restriction. That's what it's about. And whenever we're getting taken away from that space, that's when we can experience aches and pains and ailments and stuff going wrong with us. Because we're at our higher space. So you'll find that beings in the higher space never have any pain and they are never ill. One thing we all suffer from, whatever our vibration, is we can all get colds. And that is something that's like it's like I had a cold recently. It was due to the impact of somebody's negativity that was just totally alien to me, but it was so powerful. That the vibration of it, even though I began transforming it straight away, I woke up the next day with a stinking cold. And it's all part of that. It's all part of the vibration of your experience. And again, colds aren't really passed on. They have the appearance of being passed on, but it's because the ether is still carrying that vibration. So it's kind of goes there and it goes there and it goes there, and it's like, and so it was like poof with me, and I was like, right, here we go. And I cleared that cold away from the higher vibration, transforming what's behind it to love, like you do with anything. And with it comes a great shift of energy and vibration on a huge scale in the etheric. And so it's having, I'm kind of, well, I say the triangle peg in round and square holes. I don't fit in anywhere really, But
you're a different shape.
I'm different. I'm just, yeah, I'm different. But I've forgotten the train of thought I was on when I said that now. Wait a second, it will come back to me. If it doesn't, I wasn't meant to say it. But basically, in this space, and so, yes, I don't fit into my family situation at all because of this. We get on to a point, but they don't understand me, and they see some things I do as nonsensical, and etc., etc. And basically, they go mad at me when I have a cold, and I just have like herbal tea, and I don't take medicines and stuff, and I say no. And they go, you should. And I'm like, well, I know you think I should. I said, but if I do, I can't clear it properly. It disguises it. So I don't take anything. I have my herbal teas and my honey in my tea, but I don't have any medicine. In fact, my body doesn't allow me to take medicine. I get huge reactions if I take medicine, any pharmaceutical medicine. I get huge nosebleeds, or I say hello to it 15 minutes later. Again, I have huge reactions to pharmaceutical stuff. I just can't take them. And the only time I've actually ever been able to take painkillers of any description was when I was booked off a friend's horse and I split my muscle. And I had a hematoma on the side of my leg the size of half a football. And my skin was so stretched. And of course, the nerves were beginning to repair. I was like, couldn't sit down, I couldn't stand up. It was just, and that was the only time that my body has actually allowed me to take painkillers without any adverse reactions. So my body knows when I need stuff, and it will not, on any circumstances, allow me to take anything when I'm at any other time, because obviously that's just disguising stuff that I can work to clear. So that's kind of basically that's how I work.
What else? Because I also avoid medicine. We don't do that in my family. If you have a headache, you eat almonds and you drink water. If you have some kind of stuff going on in your body, it's a slice of red onion under the foot with a sock, to bring it out during the night, and all kinds of stuff, herbal teas and everything. Yeah. So we don't really do that. I haven't done that for a long time, and I want my children to be as clean as possible. But what about food then? When we come into a higher vibration,
basically, there is things that still work to kind of clear the vessel, like the bicarbonate of soda and things like that in the drink. Keeping your energy pure. This is something that I would recommend, is every so often having a bath in sea salt and white vinegar, because it clears your field around you. Totally submerge in it, everything, and just to keep your energy at its highest vibration. That's a really good one, but really people put so much emphasis on it, but in truth it doesn't matter what you eat. Obviously you don't want to go for something like processed stuff. When I say it doesn't matter what you eat, I need to make sure it's like proper natural food, like nothing, I don't mean McDonald's and that sort of thing. That's not good for you, but anything that's natural, like fresh grown vegetables, organic food, and that kind of thing. that's good, and it's okay to eat anything. It's okay to eat. Now this is where I get onto reverence. It's okay to eat meat and fish and everything else. It's not necessary to be, you don't need to be a vegetarian to be on your highest vibration. Sorry if you are, but when, and I'm talking about it, but it's all about reverence. And I do eat meat, I do eat fish, but before I do, I always thank it. I always go into that basic humility and I say thank you. And as long as there's reverence, it's all good. Because if I was on a safari and a lion chose to hunt me down and was successful, no one's going to go, lion, you can't eat her. You know? Well, some people would, but what right have they got? The lion's got to live, you know? Well done to the lion who's got a nice meal out of me, whatever. But, you know, it's all about reverence and respecting each other and places of each other.
Be grateful for what you're eating.
Yeah. Be grateful. It's all about gratitude, all about reverence, and yeah.
Good to know. Where's my hamburger? No. Really good. Any questions, anyone? No.
It's been good. Did you question us?
Yeah, and Shauna, you're also going to New Zealand, and you're raising money to take with you to go to New Zealand to bring them some cash so they can buy stuff they need.
Yeah, and
That's
just
really good.
Yeah,
we need to promote this.
Smiles.
So
Yes. Yeah, give smiles. Smiles is so precious. There's this vibration of joy. So just to show someone that you care and bring a smile is a beautiful thing, and that's basically what I'm going for.
And you never know. A smile will get you a long way. You know, always greet people with a smile, even if you don't know them. That's what I'm teaching my children. That's what I did when I grew up. You know, I was supposed to say hello to everyone I met, you know, old, young, it didn't matter. And that's kind of slipped away. And I think it's a nice gesture to acknowledge the one that you are, you know, meeting on the street.
It's
so that's
about knowing you care for all people. It's something that, again, you need to remind all of humanity of. It's through the connection thing. We've got so into the separation thing that we forget to care. Oh, that's happening there. It doesn't matter to me. It does, because we're in a collective consciousness, and caring for others and their welfare and well-being is all part and parcel of that. And that's basically what it's all about.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I'm waiting for my money so I can chip in. I saw that there was just 2 people, and I was like, what? 2 people? No, you have to increase that. Really increase that. I'm playing Powerball lottery Saturday to draw something. I am. It was Sunday or something. But I have a good feeling about it. I've already told Steve that I won. So I won, you guys. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's my creation for the weekend.
Awesome.
Yeah. My creation. I won the lottery. I wonder if people are
Guys,
getting upset
make it
because
real.
there was someone who won the lottery who was non-US resident, and people got really, really, really angry. Got really, really angry. I don't know where he came from, Lebanon or something, Beirut. I have no idea. And people got so angry because he won, you know, and he's the only one who they couldn't tell the name or show his picture, or he never came to US to collect the money because there was so many people threatening him. They wanted to kill him. So I wonder what they would
There's everything about how the vibration's gone in the world.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, well, maybe a Swedish woman. A woman? Swedish? What? Yeah. Yeah.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
Everything is possible. Anything is possible. I love that. Anything is possible. And that's true. Anything is possible. So I'm creating that. Absolutely, for sure. There's no resistance within me when I say that I'm going to win. So I love that.
Always good.
So that's the first step. No resistance. Maybe I should play, you know, and I did. Woohoo! Woo! Let's see. Well, this was really good. I've learned a lot. I think I really need to read your books. And they are on Kindle also, right?
Yes.
I'm not a very patient person, which means I could start reading them tonight.
Yes.
I'm not really. I do love having books. I have so many books. But if I really want to read something, Kindle is a really good thing.
Yeah, it's instant, isn't it?
Yes, it is. You can just, good.
That's where it comes at a click of a finger.
Instant manifestation.
Yeah.
Good. Well, thank you so much, Shauna. This was brilliant. And thank you guys for wanting to be here tonight. I know that there's a huge holiday in US, and I know that a lot of people are really busy being with their families, being thankful and grateful and stuffing themselves with a lot of food, that they are going to go on a diet later on because it's soon Christmas. And anyway, I really enjoyed it, and I really want to know more about your workshops, so we will have an update on that.
Yes, I will update you.
Good. Well, see you some other time, guys.
Yes,
Thank you
it's
so
lovely.
much. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.